Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Diane. Let's get to it. So this week I've been playing with my laser machine and I've finally found a place that sells acrylic sheeting that's fairly decent price, so I've ordered some and I cut this out yesterday and it's so cool. Obviously I did have a few problems where I'm still learning how to use the machine, and I've got to work out what levels of the levels to cut it at, the parameters and things. So I've got a couple of little pieces where it's melted a little bit more, and there was supposed to be a couple of a line here, but they broke off and because they were too thin. So I thought we'll have a go at this with some of the Lightwish coloured UV resins, the high translucent colours, but I'm also going to try a few of the glow in the dark pigment ones. I'm not really bothered about if they glow in the dark, I just like the colours. So those are the high translucent colours, and these are the glow in the dark colours, and I kind of want to blend them, use them together. So first thing that we need to do is use some transfer tape or something that you can stick this back to the back of. So I'm going to do that without my gloves on, obviously, because I'll be sticking to it left, right and centre. Take that off. Carefully pick up my butterfly. Oh no, I'll move you over a little bit there. Right, okay, so that's that. We'll stick you down. I have a brayer, so I'm just going to brayer over the top, making sure, oops, that the whole of the back of the butterfly is stuck to the contact paper, transfer paper. So it does look like it, so we'll just turn it over a minute and do this from this side as well. So that's that done. So now what I'm going to do is turn over the corners so I don't end up sticking myself to it. And then I have somewhere I can lift it up and move it around. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it onto the back, this white back on the paper, so that we can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to get my gloves on and sort out my colours, and I'll be right back. Right, I'll be using my Let's Resin double-sided UV light so that it can cure from top and bottom, and I've placed it onto the acrylic sheet that comes with it, so I can just pop it in and out without disturbing the actual acrylic part of the butterfly and the contact paper from disturbing each other. So what I'm going to start off with is I want the dark blue, and I'm just going to take the cap off and make sure you have a little pokey stick or something so that you can squeeze it round into the... I'm just going to fill every little one in, and I'll show you what I'm doing first of all. Just squeezing a bit in, letting it drop into the hole, and then giving a bit of a... move that bit out because there was a little bit too much in there then. Make sure we're getting into all the corners, and if there's any excess, just move it over into the next one. I'm going to do that all the way along this outside edge. I'll fast forward through this now, so now you've seen that I've just going to pop it in the hole like that and just move on to the next one. So I'll fast forward so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll come back once it's ready to go in the cure. Okay, so that's the first row done. I'm going to keep going for now, as I don't seem to be getting any leakage. So fingers crossed it stays that way. So next we're going to go with sky blue. I'm doing exactly the same, following the outside line all the way down the outside row, and I'll be right back once I've done them again. So where the holes are a little bit thinner, I'm using, just putting a blob of it onto the stick and just gently lowering it in so that it doesn't mix with the other one. But because of that, I will be curing this now from after every row so that we don't mix the colours. I'm just going to go along and top up a few that I can see are a little bit lower than the rest. So that one then did actually pull a bit of the darker blue over. So I just scooped it out as best I could. Right, I'm going to put this in. Oh, it's doing the same there. So just scoop that back over there. Quickly put a blob back in that one just to... Okay. Right, so I'm going to pop this into cure and I'll be back shortly. Okie doke, that seems to be okay. I do have a little bit of bubbling underneath on some of them, but I may be able to fill them in once I've taken it off the sticky stuff, and maybe we'll be able to fill them in, but we'll see. So next up, we're going to do the next row with aqua blue. So that's that one done. So I'm going to do just a quick flash cure over the top of this. That's all I need. I don't need to completely cure it at the moment, thinking about it. I just need to cure the top layer so that they don't bleed into each other. So we'll just cure the top layer for now. And there are some bubbles in there, but I'm not bothered by the bubbles. I think they'll just add to the sun catcher. Can all do with a bit of colour coming through our windows at the moment, can't we, with this miserable weather we've got now? Well, in the UK we've got miserable weather. Hopefully some of you have got some nice sunshine and enjoying the weather. Unfortunately, we've had ours. So I'm going to use this glow-in-the-dark sky blue now. I do believe it's a slightly different colour to the other sky blue. So let's find out. I have warmed this up a little bit, so it's probably going to be a little bit runnier. Hopefully it won't cause me too much problem. I think that's quite a pretty colour. So next up we'll try, let's have a look. We'll try this green from the glow in the dark, which is very very blue-green, if I remember rightly. Oops, and it's bubbling out the top again. It's like a bluey green, so that's quite a nice colour. So I'm not going to cure the next layer yet. So I'm just going to fill in these first. And then we'll do a bit of a flash cure over the top again. So another quick flash cure for those 2 layers, or rows. Next we'll go back to the translucent, and now we want the green. So this is the glow in the dark yellow again, light yellow now. So I think what we'll do with this one is run this all the way along this top line. Okay. So we'll go with the dark yellow now. So now we're going to go with the glow in the dark orange. I'm going to quickly flash cure this because the wall on this orange one going into that clear empty one is slightly broken, which is why this one on the orange and the yellow the orange keeps trying to jump over. Right, we're going to do glow in the dark white with the glow in the dark purple, mainly on this one here. I'm going to try and blend them together. Don't know how it'll turn out, but we'll give it a go. Right, well, I'm just going to take some of this out because I did put a little bit too much in. Let's not forget the bubbles this time because I've mixed quite a few in there this time. Okay, flash cure again. I decided for the body I'm going to do 2 colours, namely so that it all doesn't all just blend in. I'm going to go with this Diamond Dust Glitter UV Resin. I believe I got these from AliExpress, but you can get them from Temu as well. I'm going to go with black and not orange, I wanted bronze. Where's the bronze gone? Yeah, bronze. But I'm not going to use them straight out of the bottles because I think they're just a little bit too much glitter, and as this is 3 mils deep, I don't want it to not cure in between and have soggy middles. So I'm just going to mix it with a bit of regular Let's Resin UV resin, because I know that it does mix and does cure nicely together. It really does make me laugh. The colour of that is absolutely nothing like that, but such pretty colours anyway. So I'm just going to add a splodge of my regular Lightwish Resin UV resin into there and mix them up. So mixy like so. And then hopefully that will just make it so that it blends in, it cures better because it's not quite so thick with glitter. Right, so I think I'll just go every other one, I think, and just do them just like that. I'll leave that one to mix a moment. I'm going to do the head in this colour. I'm just going to drop it in. Right, the antennae actually have little slits in them as well. So what I'm going to actually try and do is pop something inside like that. I'm going to do the same colour in here. This one together. And do exactly the same as what we've just been doing with that one, with this one. Now I'm going to do the same with the legs, what I did with the antennae, but just with the black. Okay, I just need to, oops, I keep sticking very well to the things. I just need to clean up around the bottom of this foot. It did come unstuck a little bit. With that one, it'll be fine. So again, I'm just going to do a quick flash cure, move these two out the way a second because we can reuse those. Just a quick flash cure over the top just to set them all in place, and then we can slap it in the machine for 4 or 5 minutes and see how it comes out. Okay, how many of you what I missed? I missed one right in the middle there. Look at that, right in the middle, missed it. So now we need to think of a colour. Which colour shall we go with? Let's go with the glow in the dark purple, because I like that one. I'm just going to use one of my silicone tools quickly to just clean up the edge where I've just gone over a little bit. Right, I'm going to put that back in now and I'll be right back. Okay, that's nicely finished. Right, I've decided I'm going to give it a top coat, but I'm going to add a tiny little bit of this Resin Original Aurora. Start that again. I'm going to add a tiny bit of Resin Original Aurora powder. Man, that's a mouthful and a half. So what I'm going to do is shift that out of the way a second. So I'm going to put some of my Lightwish Resin clear UV resin into this pot. Don't know how much I'm going to need. And then I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of this because I just want a bit of sparkle, more sparkle. You know me, I like my sparkle. Let's just try getting a lump of it on there. and see what we get with that. Obviously we don't need a lot, I just want a little bit of extra sparkle, and that little bit is more than enough, I think. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, I do love these Aurora powders, they're so gorgeous. But yeah, I like that. I think it will just set it all off nicely. So bob that aside a sec. I'm just going to heat up my UV resin a little bit, because it's a little bit thick and I've got some quite thin sections to cover, and I don't want it to gloop on the top, if you get what I mean. Didn't need a lot of thinning down, just enough so that it's not quite so, not completely runny, but a little bit in between. So now I'm going to start with the trickiest bits. Oh no, I won't. I'm just going to pull it straight over the top here, like so, and then just spread it out over the wings up to the edge. I'm not going to go, if you take resin to the edge, not over, right to touch the edge, but don't go over the edge, the surface tension will hold it in place so that it doesn't spill over, unless you actually want to, and then you're doing a flood coat. But I just want to do a top coat and not go over the edge. So I'm just going to zoom through this, and then I'm going to put it on to cure for 5 minutes again, and then we'll be ready to take it off the backing sheet and see how it came out. See you soon. A quick blast with the heat gun just to see if there's any bubbles need me popping. And then a quick cure from above, just to hopefully not cause it to shrink too much and bow up, which is what it can do if it's done too quickly and too thick. So I'm going to bob this under the UV light now again. Okay, that's had another 5 minutes, so I'm going to pop this out of the way. Okay, so now that's all done, I'm just going to gently peel back the transfer tape. Off you come. Oh, there we go. Pop the transfer tape on there. Don't know if I'll ever be able to use it again, but never know. And there we have it. Wow, that's really pretty. The blue on it, the iridescence from the Into Resin Aurora powder is like it's like the powdery stuff that you get on butterfly wings. So that's kind of cute, cool. I like that. It's really nice. I like it. It's come out really cool. And that's the back. So you could either have the shimmery side with the glittery side, the blue iridescence, or you could have it that side, depending on your mood, I suppose. Yeah, I think that came out really cool. So I like that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick one of these little hanging hook things behind on the glow in the dark section, because that way once it's hanging up you won't see the big white blob thing. So I want it to hang like so. So we'll pop it like that, and then be able to hang it up. If I just grab that and stick it through there, Yep, that sits quite nicely. It sits like that. So there we go. I cut out the butterfly from 3mm black acrylic sheeting with my laser. It's such fun. Wish I'd got playing with it sooner, but yeah, now I've got it, it's going to have lots of fun done. So yeah, beautiful butterfly, wall hanging, sun catcher, glow in the dark, all the above. It's gorgeous. I like it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like my little butterfly friend. And I hope you'll come back and see more of my creations. Thank you to my subscribers, channel members, and any of the suppliers who send me products to test and share with you so that I can show you what they do. Please check out the description box below the video, as there are links to a lot of the companies I work with, and a lot of them have discount codes to save yourself some pennies when you order from them. If you do order, please use my links below, because it lets the companies know that where you've seen their products, and that my videos are getting seen enough so that we can still work together. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. I will add some pictures at the end of it hanging up and with it glowing in the dark. Okay, catch you in the next one. Bye.